Dimtar here, streaming the game Orinoco Bay versus Combat Wombats. Should have Sloth along shortly to help me commentate. Thanks to Orinoco Bay and Combat Wombats for letting me eat. Sorry about having you wait. I do appreciate that though. Right, so tonight's match is taking too many words. It's being played on Siege.
User disconnected from your channel.
I think the game's about to go underway in a moment. Ooh, it's underway. Radio. Round 1 in action.
User joined your channel.
Right, here's Sloth, and the first kill was to Orinoco Bay.
Apologies for being a little bit late.
All good, mate. Boys were keen to begin, which I can understand.
Fair enough. So we've got Honour and Obey and Combat Wombats, yeah?
Yep.
Excellent.
So the Combat Wombats are now down to one bloke after a little bit of a menage a trois at B.
Lovely. So we've got Major Tom on Bravo. And the Honour and Obey boys returning to get back on the point. This is about to get violent.
Ooh, slacker.
Bad luck.
Yeah.
Wrong way at the wrong time.
I think he assumed he'd cleared enough of the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes
The ball
down.
takes him down.
So I must admit I don't know a great deal about Combat Wombats. They're new to this ladder. I don't really know what to expect from them. They seem alright so far. Guess we'll find out. First round, Honour and Obey.
Have they played before? Do we know? Combat Wombats?
Yeah, I believe they've played a few ladder matches.
Okay.
You can look it up on Cybergamer if you'd like to look at their past games.
Cool.
I can't alt-tab, I'm afraid.
No, that's alright. I'll have a look myself and report back shortly.
Rightio, into round 2. Honour and Obey sort of hitting up A. Both teams splitting a player off. Wolf with the first kill. Combat Wombats probably need to learn and may in the coming rounds that they need to smoke up the street before they go running over it. Oh, apologies, they did, but apparently it wasn't enough. Righto. So Osmosis, the player that ooh, bad luck, Major Tom, that was sort of hanging back on the spawn side, it's got done. And the next round on Obey.
Else you wrote. Gamer is a very slow site at times. Or maybe I have a terrible internet connection.
No, it can take a little while to process stuff. Righto, so that was a pretty short round. We're in round 3 now. nothing much to say at this point. Siege is a map where majority of the fighting's actually done on one side of the street, and clearing the street can be the difference between winning and losing at times. Yes.
Double room there. Haven't
Kairos being funny, having his name spelt incorrectly, or backwards, I suppose.
I was wondering what was going on with that. Now I know.
Come on, Osmosis.
Bad luck for Major Tom on Bravo.
Yep, there goes Osmosis. Righto, so just down to McTurbo. Oh, and he bites the dust. Green Ranger just set up, ready to take him down.
Alright,
Third round down.
Having a look at the ladder. They are 2 losses at the moment, Combat Wombats.
Yep. Who did they verse?
I haven't got that up. What does it say that?
It's a good question.
This just in. I don't know how to use Cybergamer.
It's fine. Maybe if you click on their losses or something.
Doesn't seem to be the way. Maybe if I pull up their full team, see what happens.
Dilza of the Combat Wombats, a little slow to respond. So a pretty similar split, except the Combat Wombats have been slowed across the road, which could mean their demise. Ooh, Slacker down.
Alright, so they have played CHK and 2's grabbed a clutch.
Not a bad nade from Major Tom there, probably not on purpose, but he's pulled a nade, dropped it when he got killed, and taken out one of the Detective Penguin. McTurbo swings in. Ooh.
2 for 2.
I feel like the Combat Wombats are, unfortunately, maybe unlucky even. They seem to be cautious, and then just when they really, really, really need to be cautious, they sprint around corners, etc., and get cut down by the Honor and Obey guys that maybe are a little bit more used to competitive games where you can't play like you do in a public game.
A whole different style of movement.
Yeah. Interesting that Kairos, though, I don't think he realises that B's being taken. He might just think it's from earlier, and he's definitely flanking to C, but I think Turbo's going to get that before Kairos can get to B, definitely.
I think maybe he could be just cautious of being the last one left alive, play for a point rather than trying to Rambo it.
Yeah.
Although now he's in trouble with the whole Combat Wombats group.
Maybe. They know he's on C.
Has he touched, has he? Oh, he's on. I didn't even see that.
Wow. Okay, so the Combat Wombats aren't counting, for starters, because they're not... If I was them, well, in an ideal situation, you would know how many of the enemy team were left. So they have pushed out... They haven't even pushed out yet. They've left their spawn slower than they did at the beginning of the round.
This is
and
bad.
they've let Kairos get a full spawn.
Honor
for
and
his
Obey
team.
up.
Yeah.
They won't make this, I don't think. Turbo's got a quarter of Alpha up, but Detective Penguin closing in close on Alpha. Oh, no, I take it back. He's taking care of that.
Yep. Wolf doubling back because he knows there's some lads back here. Oh, and Dilza goes down.
Green Ranger puts down.
Good example there of Dilza being careful up into a doorway and then sprinting through the doorway, which can sometimes be a bad thing. So what have we got? The Honor and Obey boys have got one more player, and they've secured all their points. Last 2 Combat Wombats just hanging out in Hairdresser.
Yeah.
Or Barber, as some people put it. I'm afraid they're probably going to get beaten when they realise B gets taken.
Yeah, they're going to have to move.
Or they could head straight for A. That might be where H-Bad is going.
Yeah. If they try to get Charlie or Bravo, they're going to get cleaned up by
Well, Kairos is
Kairos. Yeah.
kind of not covering in the way that maybe you should, which is easy to say when you know where all the players are, but... Ooh, HBAD just jumping on A before the inevitable end. Flashes A. Interesting tactic, or maybe not a tactic, he might not just realise 100% how the points work.
Yeah.
Because when he got on it, there was no competition.
And that's it.
And...
Easy kill for Kairos.
Yeah. Just a tip for anybody watching, if you get on a point and it starts being capped, then you're not being contested. There's no enemy players on it, so maybe in that case, sorry to be a bit critical, but throwing a flash wasn't potentially very useful.
Yeah.
Maybe could have been kept in reserve for later.
You don't often see players actually using flash in
Yep, very true.
in public or competitive. Actually, makes me think potentially the Combat Wombat guys might be CS:GO players.
Yep.
Seem to see a lot of them,
Certainly do.
which would make sense on their tactics. Because from my limited experience of playing, that's get to a doorway and then rush through and hope for the kill. Caution when you're out in the open, but the doorways are where you blitz. Just purely
Combat
because of the... Sorry, you go.
I was just going to say that the Combat Wombats don't seem to be playing like they know the map as well as the other guys do.
Yeah. Oh, Turbo and Major Tom cleaning up on Bravo.
If I had to say anything about the Combat Wombats, I'd say they've got the skill, the point and click, actually killing people, but I think they rush a little bit, and they're not really counting their kills. So they're not aware of when they can push safely and when they can't push safely.
Yeah. I think they're just getting outdone on map knowledge as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good kill for Dilzer there, but unfortunately Kairos will know where he is. Oh, this is about to get interesting. No,
They're still doing... Combat Wombat guys are still doing a good job. Like, they've got it down to 1v1.
Yeah, they're not getting wiped.
No, not at all. Just a good example of map knowledge there.
Bad luck.
I know, Dilzer there couldn't necessarily see the mini map, but I think other more experienced players probably would have thrown the grenade in the other room.
Yeah, knowing that that's where the most likely flank's coming from.
Yeah, indeed.
It's a fairly fair split, I'd say, knowing how strong Honor and Obey are as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I was the Combat Wombats, I would not be feeling bad right now.
Well, it's a bit of an overused saying these days, but I think that the score here doesn't necessarily indicate how well the Combat Wombats, how skilled they actually are. Honor and Obey are a very, very strong team. But I think Combat Wombats are doing well still.
Yeah. To evenly match.
Yeah, well, just then they got it down to just one Honor and Obey player, and that says a lot.
I feel that that the result of that is just bad luck when it's 1v1, looking in the wrong direction at the wrong time. There's nothing really related to skill in it.
Wow, Combat Wombats. Ooh, yeah, they'd... Slacker. Sorry. Wolf. Oh, no, it was Slacker.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He's in Hairdresser. Wow, he got there quick. I was about to say that the Combat Wombats did well to get away.
Yeah. Looking at the wrong colour again now we've had that team switch.
Oop, McTurbo. Oop, Major Tom, well done. Another even Steven round.
Yeah.
2-2 This is what I
split
mean. A little bit.
There
If
you
they
go.
got their counting down pat and they knew a bit more about the map. Major Tom, unlucky.
Bad
Just looked
luck.
away at the wrong second there.
Yeah, both of them. Just a lot of bad luck. They are outgunning
Hmm.
half the time. Like there's
Yep.
there's no
Yep.
gap in actual shooter skills, like you were saying. Just map knowledge. Hopefully there'll be another apocalyptic demise or recoil, as they know now.
Yeah, maybe.
Next ladder come back and smash the whole thing, as we just saw with them versing the doctors. Recoil, that is, not combat wombats. Obviously.
Of course.
Kairos, double room. They move quick to that spot. Can't beat Wolf on the long range.
Radio again. Oh, no. Yeah, see, Wolf's got that spot. And that's a bit of a common spot. And again, if the combat wombats knew of that spot, they might have actually played a guy against it.
Yeah.
But still, even saying that, 3-all again,
Yeah.
they're doing well. Interesting people using the MP40. I kind of regard it as an awful weapon. Ooh, Osmosis. Good shot.
Kairos taking down
H-Bad.
H-Bad at Alpha. Major Tom still on the point though. Can Osmosis take Bravo in time?
I
Most
think
likely,
you can.
actually.
Yep. The H&O boys working on A. Oh, wow.
Team kill. Bad luck.
Oh, wow.
that's a-
Wow.
that was
Good
a-
work to the combat wombats. They got set up and they stuck there.
They cleaned it up.
Yep.
I think even without that team kill, they would have had that round.
Yeah. Well, they would have got a team spawn.
Yeah.
And they were lucky there, but as history showed earlier, when they got a full team spawn, they didn't know that the enemy only had one, and they missed their opportunity to rush a point
Yeah.
with 4 players. And absolutely, I forget the player that was on that point now, but they had an
think it was
opportunity. They could be at
Kairos.
2 rounds now,
Yeah.
but they did well then, and I don't want to take that away from them.
No.
I agree. There's a lot of room for improvement, as you say, with the apocalyptic demise example. First kill to Wolf.
Yeah. That smoke just a little bit too late on long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Osmosis trying to snipe.
Wolf's got a solid gun, and see that delay that they had smoking. It's allowed Slacker to get right into the middle, and there he goes, gets a kill because he's in a prime position.
Not a good round for these guys again.
And see, Dilza could have got intel then, but didn't because maybe they didn't know where he was. Oh, and there's a full team spawn. Bad luck, McTurbo. Caught in a bit of a 3-way that maybe he didn't agree to. So
Alright,
just
Dills is
Dilza
gonna get
left. But he's probably
yeah.
going to get done by objectives here.
Yep.
Yeah, and Wolf snots him from, wow, the opposite end. Sniper hill, whatever it's called.
A very strong shooter.
Yeah.
The jerk.
Well, one of the things is the setup Wolf has is
Crazy.
very good. Like, he's got a foul with a decent scope on it, and he can just shoot once, like single shots,
Very steady
and
groups. Yeah.
and he only really has to hit them just a smidge to kill them.
Yeah.
It's a very strong weapon.
Does
And
it kill through armor on a single shot?
I suppose it depends if he's running HP or AP.
Yeah.
See, here he sets up, and the combat wombats are delaying till they get smoke over. Oh, and they've done it successfully that round.
To be fair, Wolf was moving about. H-Bad takes down Slacker.
Yep.
Pre-firing there, H-Bad into double room to hit Kairos. He's done
Well,
the right
interesting
thing.
if Osmosis is set up at the end of the street, because I think he wants to be the anti-wolf. And it's funny that, two of the HO boys haven't even moved over. But H-Bad, yeah,
no.
see, he's went into his approach from maybe not a great angle there.
Yeah.
And HO have had the time that they've taken from holding CW back to capture B, get a full team spawn, and now
Down Wolf. Osmosis gets his anti-wolf.
very much so.
He is about to be flanked majorly though by
Yep.
Kairos. Map knowledge would save him here, but I don't think much is for him.
Yeah, no.
And then we got
Well, combat wombats are now on B, and given it was 3 to 5 a moment ago, and now it's 2
They've got
all.
it.
Yeah.
That was
Combat wombats,
Well
I'm
done.
calling it now, one to watch this season.
Yep. Oh no. Fair, 1 for 1. They're gonna have to take out Kairos though, and A is a very difficult spot.
If they can block him though, they'll have it.
I think they'll.
They can let him come to them.
Alright,
They're not
this is
getting on
good.
it though.
It is from every direction though.
They are, but... Ooh, and they've blocked it.
Blocked.
Ooh, Slacker getting 2 kills.
Come on.
Oh wow, what was that? Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Good round.
Twitchy as fuck, Mick Turbo. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Wow, another round to combat wombats. Very nice.
Impressive.
High five.
Very nice. Yeah. Let's see what they do to counter this now. What have we got? They're ignoring double room. It's a good move. It never works out for them.
Yeah.
Oh no, H-Bad.
I
Don't
know,
work out
he's
that,
he's
mate.
being a bit more careful than before.
Yeah,
First killed a wolf.
always. And forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so frustrating knowing how close these guys are to getting a kill.
Yeah. Surprised to see Slacker getting put down so much. Maybe he doesn't play as much as he used to.
Judging from what Ace was saying last night.
Too busy. Tinder profiles, etc.
Yeah.
Well, H&O have very much...
Sick.
yeah, I was going to say they started that strong. The combat wombats were kind of holding back a little bit there, even more than usual, which at first I would have said was good, but it turned out that the Honor and Obey boys just surrounded them.
Yeah.
As opposed to it being a boon, it was a, well,
Very much a
lost them
curse.
the round. So score stands at 8-2 in favour of Honor and Obey. Just had another team switch, so combat wombats are back to Insurgents.
To round 11.
Indeed.
I don't know about you, but I'd be happy with 2 rounds against a team like Honor and Obey, knowing how well they played last season.
Yep. Indeed.
It would have been the same as getting 2 rounds against the Doctors, basically. Which a lot of people would have thought would have been impossible.
I think Recoil are fast becoming the gold standard. This and latter.
They're just outclassing everybody.
Well, they only lost in their first game 10-8 to the Doctors. And they just beat them 10-4.
Yeah. Just going to show that I have no idea about anything to do with any of this. Flash grenade. It's a
I
bold
don't think
move.
anybody does, mate.
Yeah.
Things change week to week. What team, what players are available.
How you sitting?
Ooh, the Green Ranger cleans up 2 of the Combat Wombats. They're on the back foot for shoresies.
Yeah, not looking good, considering H-Bad's only got Charlie. And
Just got a sweet kill just then.
it just gives him away there, that's all.
Maybe.
Especially not being on a point.
Wolf just snotted him.
That was just bad luck.
Oh wow, from up there. Okay, yeah. So there you go, kids. If you're playing Wolf, you got to make sure you got an anti-sniper or a. Ooh, wow! Quick kill from Dilzer there. Or you've got lots of smoke or something, or you're closing range.
The communication of Honor and Obey must be absolutely impeccable. Because as soon as Dilzer put his kill down, Wolf went straight to a position where he could watch. Where Dilzer would come through.
Yep. Might be something else for Combat Wombats to work on.
Call outs and the like.
Yeah.
I know they're definitely useful for us. When we attempt to play.
When we're in the match.
Yeah.
Combat Wombats are kind of lucky in a way. They've got all the stuff that, I would say they're not as strong as Honor and Obey with. Things that can be fixed, can be worked on. Communication, playing the maps more, so knowing the maps more. But, being able to walk, talk and shoot seems to be fine.
They're not getting out triggered, which is the one thing that you can learn, but it takes a huge amount of effort.
Yeah.
And practice. They've already learnt about double rooms. We've got Osmosis waiting for Kairos. They haven't gone rushing it at all. And I wouldn't be surprised if he sits there the entire match.
Ooh, wow. A lot of kills from Honor and Obey.
Kairos
What is
goes
that?
down.
Yeah, just H-Bad.
Yeah. And
He's
then
a little bit fucked, I have to say.
say they're gonna stay off Charlie. It does them no good. And it's a terrible spot in this map.
So Slacker's potentially coming up behind him. Oh no, he's pushed towards B.
Wolf's missed his shot. I'm surprised. Oh, and a change of direction.
Yeah. Bad luck, H-Bad.
Bad luck. Yeah. Well, that's 10-2.
Gotta say, he went for it. That's good. He could have sat back and just waited for more of them to come at him, but he went for it. Had a go.
Last ditch effort, yeah.
Absolutely. Right, everybody, that's game done. Honor and Obey have won it over Combat Wombats. See you next time. Thank you.